All right, it's time. It's Kaldheim time. So I'm gonna see how many people are on here today. The sealed open is happening right now, and I just don't want to play it. I have not played seal, and I am not a. I don't think I'd get very far. I don't think I'd even get past day one, so I don't really want to spend 4,000 gems to uh, get through it in a format that I don't know. I don't really care for sealed. I almost like constructed more than sealed, just because it's sealed is like it's a bit worse than it's worse than draft because you just get cards randomly, and then you have to build a deck out of those whatever cards you get, and it always and then, especially in Kaldheim, it just devolves into some kind of snow deck is what you end up getting. I don't know. That doesn't seem very appealing. I also haven't watched anyone play sealed. Anyway, we're doing draft. So Sigrid is good. We also have Augury, Raven, Behold the Multiverse, Blood Sky Berserker, Rune Immortality, Fall of the Imposter. Those are all good-ish. Yeah, those are all good-ish. How good is Sigrid? Sigrid's like a B minus or so. Rune of Mort. Nope, not as good. Fall of the Impost. Nope, not as good. Augury, Raven. Not quite as good. Almost. Behold. Almost. Okay, yeah. So Sigurd is good. She's a 2/2 human warrior. Flash for strike. Double white. Not really splashable. Exile. Attacking or blocking creature until she leaves the battlefield. Okay. See what's next. Also Plow's bad. Spectral Steel is good only if you have it. Bound in Gold is good. Giant's Amulet is good. Yeah, I mean, it's great when like the best card in the pack is the same color that you picked and picked one. The only real competitor I think is Giant's Amulet here. My tier list has it as like a B minus, and Bound in Gold as a solid B minus. So they're very even. And like if I had taken blue, if this was a blue rare, I would probably take Giant's Amulet. But instead I got a white rare. Again, bad. This is really good in black-white, but only if you can do that. Hexguard Braggart's okay. I don't see other cards as good. As Great Hall of Starnheim. Like the other cards are all either filler or worse than filler in this pack. So I'm just going to speculate on this Great Hall. Rune of Speed is nice. A second Bound in Gold and a Stalwart Valkyrie. So I'm just going to stick with white. Like when they tell me this, here's a good white option, I'm just going to keep picking good white options. Stalwart Valkyrie is pretty good. And if Bound in Gold wasn't in the pack, I'd be picking Stalwart Valkyrie. If that wasn't in the pack, I'd probably be picking Rune of Steed. Blizzard Brawl. White does not really have a lot of synergy with snow. So here's a Feed the Serpent. Pick 5 versus a Valkyrie Sword. Fearless Liberator is also good, but I do already have this Great Hall of Starnheim. I'm going to check my tier list for Valkyrie Sword. Yeah, I thought so. Valkyrie Sword I think is just a bit too expensive to be good. It's 5, 6, 7 mana for 6/5 vigilance, and then the weapon doesn't have any special abilities other than +2/+1. So it pales in comparison to the other weapons. I'm just going to pick Feed the Serpent. So here, of course, is nothing. This is a very late Behold at pick 6. So either this was a stacked pack, and it might have been. or yeah, I'm not going to miss out like playing a Doomscar Oracle. If I was black, I'm not going to miss out on demonic gifts, even though it does have combo a bit with Sigrid. I don't think it's good enough. So I'm just going to speculate on this Behold. Here we see something for snow. This is pretty much what I'd expect to see during pick 7. Like, Pilfering Hawk 3 Seasons is nice. It's either Code Spell Cleric or Master Scald, and I have 2 Bound in Golds already, although he only keeps them from the graveyard, but, you know, it could happen. Okay, so pick 8. There's a bit of a filler here in Shieldmate. This is off color for us. That land is, I mean, Skull Raid's okay, filler-ish. So yeah. Take the Shieldmate here. We're really not snow. I don't want a second Scald. So I will speculate on a Run Amok. Just because red-white's that classic combo. This return an aura or equipment. I could also go Tormentor's Helm. Secure equipment if I go red. Blue and black don't seem to be present here. Like, this is only getting Bound in Golds, which is why I'm not incredibly keen on it. Huh, the Braggart Wield. Okay, I'll take it. This is the Valkyrie Wield. I'll take it. Yeah. Wow. The Story Seeker also wields. So I'm getting the feeling white is definitely open. Okay, so here I have a choice between whether I'm going to go, I think, Demonic Gifts. I think we're more likely to go into black than we are going to get into blue. Tybalt's Treachery is terrible. Rune of Sustenance is excellent. Rune of Mortality might be even better. Suddenly everything has Death Touch. I know I'm white. I don't know. Pretty sure I'm not going to be blue based on what I saw in pack 1. Is there anything better in white? No, there is not. So, Rune of Sustenance is the safe pick. Black kind of dried up at the end there. Red kept going a bit. I'm going to take Rune of Sustenance. I think they're both really good. I mean, we saw that one deck that I just destroyed people with. So none of these, even though they're nice. Like I said, I don't want to run 2 Master Scalds in a deck. So it's kind of like Raven Wings versus Battlefield Raptor versus Fearless Pup versus Withercrown. This is a big ol' yikes fest. I don't want to take Withercrown. I'm still not sure if I'm black. I just have Feed the Serpent and Great Hall, which is great, which is much better than my red. So I'm not going to take Fearless Pup. So I could take Raven Wings or Battlefield Raptor here. I'm leaning towards Raptor. Raven Wings is... well, I do want an equipment. Okay, Hailstorm Valkyrie is really not what this deck can do. There's nothing great in white. There's nothing great in red. I'm probably never going to be able to activate Hailstorm Valkyrie. It's an Angel Wizard of all things. So I'm looking at either Raise the Draugr or Withercrown, I think. And Withercrown, strangely enough, combos with Master Scald much better than Bound in Gold does. Huh. Yeah. Here, I think it's just an easy courser. Pretty easy. We're not, I don't have any of like the go wide stuff. Okay, here, I think I'm mid-ish range with flyers. I might choose Spectral Steel over like the God's Hall Guardian. Yeah. Or, oh no, the Gold Vein pick. Yeah, totally the Gold Vein pick. Here, not really getting the colors I want from this side. From my left side in this pack. I probably would never play Dogged Pursuit in any kind of a deck, except maybe a very aggressive red-black deck. So I think the pick is just Immersturm Raider or Scorn Effigy. I'll just take the Raider. Of course, here's Carter's Vicious Return. But I'm too committed to white, and I don't really have... I could see if I could splash it, but at the same time, like, I could just take Way Down or another Shield Mate. How many drops do I have? 1, 2... Actually fairly lacking on 2 drops that are actually creatures right now. I have 2 in white and 1 in the red that I'm probably not going to play. Here, I already have a Gold Vein pick. I think that's fine. It's either the Kennel Master or the Way Down. I think I have enough removal in 2 Bound and Gold to Feed the Serpent and a Withercrown that I just take the Kennel Master. This is an easy Shield Mate. Scald a second. So now I'm like, I have all these things that combo with Scald. I mean, that is to say, the Withercrown only, though. Yeah, pretty sure I'm black. I think it's Withercrown. Maybe it was the second Master Scald. I mean, I guess if you want to throw this Valkyrie at me, I guess I'll see if I can scare up some... Okay, I'll take an Infernal Pet over like the Warhorn Blast, because again, I might go wide, but it's looking like that's not going to be the case. Alright, yep. Meow. Okay, so here's Furja, which is great. And I think that's the only real pick for me here. Furja. Yeah. Oh, did I not take that Raptor? Oh well. Definitely Furja, though. Who am I drafting with? See, there's a How I Met Your Mother fan. I understand that. I understood that reference. So, looking for a bit of snow maybe to make Howlstorm Valkyrie decent. It's not snow. I don't think like I'll really want to splash for like the whole the multiverse. Tergrid's Shadow is interesting, but I think it's more for like a control-y black deck that might not be running creatures. I think it's Infernal Pet over, say, like a Doomscar Oracle. What does my list say about Doomscar? I don't really hold it in high regard. Neither do they. They give it a D+, but I think they also give Infernal Pet a D+. Yeah, they do. I don't have any life gain synergies, so I'll just take Infernal Pet. I will certainly pick up the second Feed the Serpent. And that's pretty much all that I want out of this pack. Oh, Maj is nice. Oh, Sinkhole is nice. It is snow for the Valkyrie and a dual land. I wouldn't mind a Courser, but I think I would rather pick up this snow dual. I will take another of one of the best lands in the I think they're called cycles. I don't know. Because I should have a lot of 1/1s from my 3 shield mates. I think I'll take the Jarl over the Braggart. Because again, I'll have these little shield mate things. Jarl of the Forsaken is like filler. Axe Guard. Braggart is like a D, D+. Do I take 3 of these? Is that still fine? To have that many tapped lands in like this kind of a deck? Let's find out. I will certainly take a second Furja. Draugr's Helm is also excellent. Like, unlike the Angel's Helm, which just gives +2/+1, equip 3, this is +2/2 and menace. It is equip 4, but like you're getting that cool ability that makes everything better. But I think this is still Furja. Alright, now I'll take my Battlefield Raptor. Thank you very much. Here, I don't think I'd play any of these. I don't think I'll play a second Carfill Kennelmaster. He's kind of competing against other things. I don't really care for vehicles unless you have a really good reason. None of these, I think. I have flying to finish the game. So, yeah, I'll... Draugr Recruiter. Yeah, I'll take the second Master Scald. With 2 Withercrowns. Is... Okay, none of these. And not that. So, okay. So I got cuts to make. You got cuts to make. I'm going to immediately get rid of 1 Candlemaster. This is way too many 5-drops. The Master Scalds are just excellent combos with Withercrowns. I can't believe I never saw this before. Because these are auras, yes, enchantment aura. The exile creature card, return target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand, yes, excellent. And then that can also help me double spell for my 2 Furjas. Infernal Pet is like, meh. Starnheim Courser reduces their cost. I wish I was able to pick up that second one, but, you know, I wasn't gonna. I think I still stand by. what I selected is correct. Shield mates are very good with the Great Halls. And they're also pretty good with the Jarl. The Hailstorm Valkyrie, I think, gets cut because I can't activate it, and I don't think it's good. I don't think a 4/4 for 2/2 that tramples is good enough without the snow pumping. Like, you look at Stalwart Valkyrie instead. It's like 3/2 flyer with the ability to cost less. How many creatures do I have? 18, and then plus these 3 lands. So I have 1 Rune of Sustenance, which again also works with the Master Skulls. I didn't get a Rune Crown, which is too bad. I either pick the Goldvein Pick or the Raven Wings. I'm not sure I can support both. Let's see. So Demonic Gifts is on the cutting board. I don't think I'm going to run 3 Withercrowns. I have 6 cuts to make. I'm going to put these in their own little column. I'm cutting 1 of these. I think people love Battlefield Raptors, but I'm like, is it that good? So that's cuttable. This Carfell Kennel Master is cuttable. God's Hell Guardian is also cuttable. The Master Scalds have way too many targets, because I'm not cutting all of these Withercrowns. I'm only going to cut 1. So they have like the Rune of Sustenance, the 2 Withercrowns, heck, even maybe if the Bound in Golds fall off somewhere. So they do have quite a few targets. Withercrowns are just excellent, excellent targets. So Demonic Gifts. Enters. Target creature. 1, 2, 3, 4. Enters the battlefields. Only, 4 creatures, maybe 5. Master Scald would be the best use of it. I think I just take out Demonic Gifts. I think that Ben Stark was saying that you would rather have, in this format specifically, you would rather have equipment than combat tricks. As for the, let's see. I don't think I need the God's Hell Guardian to hold like the ground or anything like that. I also can't let myself get too low on creature, although I do, like, technically these are kind of lands. Kinda, not really, because I have to sacrifice my own creature. But again, that's kind of what the shield mates are for. Like, the shield mates can sacrifice their creature card, goes into the graveyard, which can then be used for Master Skald or a Stalwart Valkyrie to exile them for their own abilities. So it's kind of all synergetic like that. So last time I cut Raven Wings because I had enough flying creatures. Yeah, I think I can cut Raven Wings again because I do have flying creatures and all of these aren't going to get cut. So I think I would rather just have the Goldvein Pick. Maybe someone will find that see what the tier list gives them, like a D+. And I kind of agree with that. What have they rated the Goldvein Pick at now? Gold Vein Pick is C, C+. It helps with ramp. So let's see. I'm not going to debate whether I can take out a land or not until I get down to that point. So 3 more cuts. Like I said, I'll probably take out a Withercrown. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, now 5, 6 removal. And then I think that's all that I will be cutting from the Withercrowns, because again, the combo with the Master Scalds in them is just pretty darn good. I'm not going to cut the pick now that I have narrowed it down to 1 piece of equipment. So I have 1 or 2 cuts left, and these are my cuts. Carfell Candlemaster I think is the cut. I don't want to have too many 5 drops. And he makes them indestructible. Lifelink, forcing lifelink is nice, but I don't think, like, there's nothing in this deck that's like, ooh, it's really amazing when this creature connects. Okay, and so now the curve. So the curve is pretty nice. I have Furja kind of for drawing a card. So I do want to keep that Battlefield Raptor for double spelling. I have, where do the rest of these go? The rest into your graveyard. Oh, that's not fun. But I guess that can, the Master Scalds might be able to get them back, etc., etc. So it's either a land or the second Infernal Pet is what I'm thinking. Like the Raptor is excellent with the pick. I think because I have like this Snowfield Sinkhole, I can keep these Infernal Pets. What's my 67, 38? So this is 8, 9 black sources, 7, 8 white sources. Should be the other way around. So 8 and 8. There we go. So yeah, I have 7, 8 black sources and 9 white sources and 16 total lands. Yeah. So like I said, there's a Rune of Sustenance to draw a bit in the, to draw 1 card. And a Gold Vein Pick, I guess, is here to ramp a bit. Does the equip cost 1? It is 1. Gosh, that's so good. Like, compare this to the equip cost of the Valkyrie Sword. Like, you're obviously paying for the equip cost because it had that extra extra ability where it gets a creature. And that is, for whatever reason, baked into the equip cost for some reason. But, yeah, it's just not great. Alright, this deck shall be called Withermasters, I guess, because that's the combo we're hoping for. I don't know. There's also the Great Hall. The Great Halls of the Withermasters. Alright, that's canon. Let's see what happens. With the Great Halls of the Withermasters. This is a keep. Not a great keep, but it's a keep. So yeah, I think Ben Stark was saying that black is the weaker, relatively, of the colors in this set. But I was kind of getting hit in the face with black cards like 2 Feed the Serpents and 3 Great Halls and actually no, I think that was it. That's still 5 good cards in black though. And we're mostly white anyway. Opponent is having a tough time. I think they went down to 6. Yep. So I might just Withercrown whatever their 2-drop is. Battlefield Raptor. He flies away from the explosions because he's so cool. Oh, my master's called. Egon. So he exiled Egon and my Story Seeker. Okay. I could summon the Courser or I could summon the Stalwart Valkyrie. The Courser... I think the Courser is better. Like next turn then I could potentially double spell Withercrown, Stalwart Valkyrie. And this is just, you may cast those spells. So like the problem, so what's the other side of Egon? Mill a card, exile a creature from your graveyard, draw a card. Otherwise he has to exile 2 cards from your graveyard. Can't sacrifice Egon and draw a card. He doesn't seem to have enough stuff in his graveyard for Egon. Beginning of your upkeep, exile 2 cards from your graveyard. I think I'm just going to Withercrown him. So he has to exile 2 cards already. And then he has to decide if he wants to keep his 0/6. That's kind of funny. Okay. So this is the last turn he can play Story Seeker. Does have a blue-white snow duel, so we'll see. Okay. I'm not terribly too concerned about Story Seeker. I can potentially race. I can also keep back Battlefield Raptor and hold up like Jarl of the Forsaken. I get kind of blown out if they have removal. I think I'll just in turn. There's no reason to foretell him at this moment, so I'm either going to feed the serpent or Jarl. So he probably thinks I do have a trick. I could get blown out here by a counterspell, I guess. So I guess this play was actually bad. Where's my rock? I'm not holding my rock. Doesn't seem he has a counterspell, given how much thought he's putting into this turn. And then comes the Doom Scar, although it doesn't have double white. So then comes the... There are 2 blackboard wipes at rare. Okay. So since Bergstrider no longer has any abilities, can this only be a sorcery? Sorcery. Okay, Cosima's not quite enough. Okay. If your upkeep, exile Cosima. If you do, whenever a land enters control, you may put a voyage counter on it. If you don't, return it. Okay, so he can either return it or put a counter on it. So I could sacrifice the Great Hall. Gonna hold up this plains. I want to keep Frisia back for board wipes. If he takes out the Starnheim Courser, then that is a bit bad. I think I do sacrifice my Jarl to get a 4/4 flyer. And end turn. Okay. All right, well, didn't get to see any Wither Master combos, but oh well. All right, this is another keep. Don't have double black for Feed the Serpent. Well, whatever. I could keep Gold Vein Pick and Shield Mate for pet, potentially double spelling my turn, but ooh, this mountain. Whenever creature, planeswalker, opponent controls is dealt excess damage. Spell. I can play Infernal Pet and maybe bank on Gamble on Drawing a Land. Cool. Gonna Withercrown it. So they definitely have something. Sure. Oh no, I messed that up. I just wanted to feed it. I didn't want to put a Withercrown on it. Dave, oh no, I couldn't. No, no. Everything's cool. I couldn't do it. All right, I couldn't feed it because it doesn't have the stuff. All right, so I can make it a 3/2, but that does nothing. Counterspell? Okay then. Yep. So definitely in a losing position right now. Hmm. Okay. So it's probably going to be better to not crack the Great Hall. 2 damage to each creature. uh, oh well. Darn it. Darn it. He remembered to block. Me. Rune of Sustenance would have been great. I still can't attack because of the freaking 0-3. Might actually sacrifice this. Yep. Okay. Oh, I'm drawing a land. That's cool. Okay. Can't really attack, so... It's not like I could go for more of the protection against, say, board clear, because when you're playing giants, it's very likely that they have Battle of Frost and Fire. It's 1 damage. So they can attack here. There's not much I can do about it. So we put 1 on top. 3, 4, 5, 6. So if it's a removal, it's going on the angel. But it could be like a frost something to not go on the angel. So I think I just play the Story Seeker. Yeah, target creature or planeswalker. Target opponent or planeswalker. Okay. Oh, that sucks. That's why. Yeah. So I am, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 damage to me. Can I not block this? If I block the Thought Thief, I go down to 5. Four, 5, yeah. So, Withercrown could be useful, but this thing pumps. Okay. Wait. What? He just made a mistake? Why didn't he pump another island and kill me? So this is 4 damage? Yeah. So, about that, why didn't he... It's 2 mana, right, for Avalanche Caller? I don't understand. I don't understand that one. Yeah, it's too bad I couldn't put Wither or the Rune of Sustenance on the equipment because I just didn't have enough mana. I draw first, so that's great. I might lose. This hand has a high chance of losing, but I'm gonna be crazy and keep this. Okay. Okay. Let's foretell. You foretell, I foretell. So he has a mirror lake. Okay. That's an interesting discard from my opponent there. Okay. I guess I could bounded gold the treasure. That's hilarious. Um, so I'm going to play Jarl here, and then I'm going to bound in gold. The Svella, it's just too dangerous. You can counterspell this. Decide not to. Let's see if he has the counterspell now. No? Okay. Um, so the bounce is kind of a blowout. I think I'm not going to attack. Okay. Like he bounces, the bound and gold kills my Jarl. Okay, so it's very unlikely I'll be able to double spell, but Ferja's real good. He's keeping his mana open for something. This is like, okay, so it probably doesn't have counterspell. Maybe it's just pausing for the, okay. For, yeah, I wasn't expecting Demon Bolt. I should have been, I guess. So Sigrid exiles a creature, and I don't want him to like gain life off of that Ravenous Lindworm, and it's just safer to get rid of it on my turn. It's gonna dominate the board. I don't have anything to get back with Master Scalds. Double blocking it means that 2 creatures would die, so... Oh, right, yeah. Oh. Cool. So unless he has a counterspell, again. Just gonna take back my Bound and Gold. Okay, is it a counterspell? Now I have a treasure token. Okay, so he gets 1 activation of Svella. I mean, here we go again. The hold. Okay. Okay. Ouch. Okay. So this is just Withercrown on the Basalt Ravager. And then Sigrid the token. So there goes Scry, 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 Scry. Inga Scry's a river. She's on a boat. Makes sense. One top, two bottom. Okay. It's the best kind of exile because it's a token. Then let's get down the Master Scald. Let's see. So I have 5 mana. Yeah. So I still have enough for Feed the Serpent. So I guess let's put it on Sigrid. I don't know. There's Crush the Weak. So none of those are particularly great. Sigrid can't attack into a 3/4. Let's see. If I attack with both, he can have Inga die by going into the Master Scald, and then let's see. And then double blocking my Jarl. So I actually think it should have been the equipment on the Master Scald. Also just ditch Sigrid for an Angel. Actually, now I think about it, I'm just going to do it this way. And then they don't have discard effects. I hate to do this to her. Because she does have protection from gods. And is a 2/2 first strike? I think I'm in a winning position still, so... So I don't want to just lose my Jarl of the Forsaken to an Augury Raven. But that might just be what ends up happening. Let's see. If I lose it to the Raven, he might get tempted to attack with Inga Rune Eyes. He no longer has any special... I should have probably converted Sigrid into an angel. But I feel like that card he might be holding up might be the thing that kills angels. All the manas. I can't target Inga with the Withercrown. Ah, there it is. I knew it. I knew he was saving something for the angels. And this is the end of my turn. As soon as he taps Inga, it's getting Withercrowned. I can make 18. I can just Withercrown Inga. Like, do I have enough mana to do all this? I'm like, what am I talking about? Of course I do. So let me just make sure. This is 4. And this is 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then I don't really care about moving the Gold Vein pick around. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. All right, wow. Playing around. Turns out not cracking that Great Hall was because I was playing around Squash the whole time. Or is it Squish? Obviously, that was what I was doing. Store is cycled. Oh, yes. Is this math correct? Oh gosh, do I have to do math in a video? So I pay either 1,500 gems or 10,000 gold for a draft. So let's see, 300 is a fifth of 1,500, and 1,500 is less than a fifth of 10,000. So I'd rather pay less than a fifth for the same amount. Yep, that makes sense. Hopefully that is correct. Let's get back to the draft. Yeah, I just didn't want to use two things to get one creature and then have it destroyed. This is a keep. I could hold Shield Maiden Story Seeker to double spell. We'll find out. Avalanche Caller. No, I can Withercrown something. So let's put down Story Seeker. I can even Starnheim Courser Withercrown. Maybe. If I draw a land. Is he gonna call? Okay. Oh my gosh. So, like, I'm not gonna Withercrown something that's 2 power and then or 1 power that then is more valuable as a utility creature. So I'd rather just play pet, especially when they're at 20 life and it's the pay 1 life isn't a threat. Now, if I don't draw a land, the turn is going to be Starnheim Courser. Hello? I mean, maybe he's ramping. I need a bit of that ramp too. I can't double spell. Yeah, the Gold Vein pick isn't instant. All right. That was a weird attack, but I assume he wanted the treasure because he didn't play a land and I didn't play a land. No blocks. So I'm a bit stuck on white at the moment. He's holding up a lot of mana. A lot of mana. So I think I'm gonna, but I think I'm still gonna bound and gold his. So let's see. I can. The only way I double spell is with Withercrown. Yeah, but there's nothing that I care to Withercrown. I want to get rid of this Avalanche Caller because he is holding up enough for a 4/4. But it looks like gonna have a 4/4 made. Yep. In response. Sure. I think auras just fall off creatures. He found his lands, ladies and gentlemen. I have not. Clarion Spirit's real bad. These are all real bad. It's getting worse. So I can certainly Withercrown Cosima, but like he can just exile it and the thing falls off. So here we see the dangers of Withercrown. What I can do is I can sustenance my own Infernal Pet, and then Withercrown like the Clarion Spirit. Courser keeps back their 1/1, but I have lifelink. Let's draw a card. This also draws me a card, right? It's not the card I was hoping for. Okay. Look at all these shield mates. So I do have like, was it 8 white sources? These are interesting attacks for my opponent. It's like they didn't let keep back Cosima, or they kept Cosima on the battlefield. I basically have infinite mana. It's a Doomscar Oracle. Or Cleric. Ah, okay, cool. Oh no. But wait, it gets worse. Ah, so here is a plane. So now I can either Feed the Serpent Cosima or the Valkyrie. They're both not good for me. So he has the Icebind Pillar to just permatap my Infernal Pet there. So I'm not too concerned about pumping it this turn. The Righteous Valkyrie is a problem. Cosima is also a problem. So let's see, 3. If I get rid of Cosima, I can at least attack. This turn. see. Their swing back is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm okay with that. I keep hoping they'll sacrifice their Clarion Spirit. Do I have? I don't. Okay, you're going to tap my... Then no attacks. Planes. Shieldmate. And the Shieldmate. I also have the Gates of Istfell, which is terrible for me. So it's still holding back a 1/1, so I'm not going to block again. And the Gates of Istfell will allow them to keep double spelling for Clarion Spirit. Now I just flood. So... I feel like the only way I win is maybe if he gets rid of Clarion Spirit. And allows me access to the Withercrown. But... like, he has the Spirit, so he can block a 4/4. A 2/1 is no different than a 4/4 almost. He's going for a kill. Yep. Nothing I can do. I put it on the Clarion Spirit hoping he would sacrifice it, but... I guess I should have put it on the flyer. That was the mistake. The Clarion Spirit is so valuable that he would never ever sacrifice it. Yep, that was my mistake. Should have put it on the flyer. I was a bit more confident in my lifelink, but then he put down the pillar, and I was like, oh, cool. This is a keep. Battlefield Raptor. Battlefield Raptor. Okay. Nice thing about Battlefield Raptor is it blocks it profitably. Alright, let's just put down the braggart. I guess I could have attacked with a raptor there. That was a bit too conservative, perhaps. Say goodbye to my planes. It's not necessary for this part of the operation. Alright. So if I Withercrown the Story Seeker and attack with Braggart, they only have 3 attack, and I can pump them. I think I leave the Raptor behind. They're at 20 still, so. Question is if I pump here. If I Goldane pick. Doesn't really matter what the damage I do is. Let's just make him bigger, sure. I guess I should have also, I'm not thinking, I should have also attacked with the Raptor. I haven't really used Braggart a whole lot. I also do want a creature in my graveyard for... Well, that sucks. So I could equip the pick. Let's see, the pick is 1, 2. I'd rather put down the shield mate to pay for the Great Hall. What else does this do? Angels you control gain destroy target creature with power less than this creature's power. And then they gain freaking double strike. That's not great. So I don't want to play the shield mate. I should sacrifice the hawk. Okay, so how much is this? This is 1, 2, 3, and 4, so I can't pump. So now I have no creatures with less power than the angel. Normally 4 mana get a 4/4 Vigilant Flyer is considered good. But this goes even further. Oh my gosh. Are we serious right now? Okay. So no blocks. I was really hoping for a land, but it would have been too late for a land, eh? So they could return their Elderfang Disciple, I guess. Angel Warrior. So I also want to think about like what card I will discard for that. But here it's just an attack. Yeah, cool. Um, oh, it still happens until your next turn. Oh. Oh, that's just an oops. I didn't think it was still going. That sucks for me. It goes for the whole... Huh. Okay. Well, that sucks. So I'm going to play the Infernal Pet. Until your next turn. So yeah, they have double strike for like a bazillion D. Why didn't they block the angel then? So they foretold a card before attacking. Foretold another card before attacking. So they're going to deal me 8 damage. I'm going to say no blocks. So I am going to double spell. So it's still protected, so don't attack. So they'll probably get back the Elderfang Disciple, and I discard the Shieldmate. Oh, they're getting back the story. It flies? Flying counter on it. There's so much text! The text is overwhelming! Oh, so you have a trick, you're gonna kill it, but let's see it. No? Okay, cool. A land. So many foretold cards. Let's see if one of them is... Jarl? Oh, shit! Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. Why did I click that? Why did my brain click end turn? no idea why my brain clicked in turn. I'm dead. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I just kept making mistakes. I have no idea why my brain was like, orange button. I thought it was the orange button to do damage, but I had just witnessed damage happen in front of my eyes, I think. And then my brain just went, yeah, click that. I was like, no. Well, it's one curse word. I think in the whole video. Ugh. I don't even know how you prevent brain farts like that. Like, you're clearly like, I'm going to play this card. Like, it's something that wouldn't happen in physical, but at the same time, like, arena is, I don't know, arena gives a bunch of other conveniences. Well, yep, it happens. It happens. Yeah, I lost the braggart to the mistake. I didn't realize that the ascent of the worthy was all all of the, even my turn as well. Yeah, this is a keep. But yeah, I've noticed recently how much my sighing or my breathing comes up on the videos as I'm playing them back, but it's like I can't not do the sighing stuff. It's just how I keep myself centered and all that other good stuff. Okay, so I have Foretold a card. I play Infernal Pet. Gosh, Sigurd getting rid of that 4/4 token creature was amazing. Back a couple or a few games ago. I got my removals. Cleric is interesting in a green-white cleric. So Withercrown doesn't quite work on that. But I'm going to bound and gold it now because it gets counters. It's not a great Withercrown target. And then hopefully, you know, I draw another black source and I can feed other stuff. Story Seeker. Gladewalker. Oh. Well, that is technically a black source. Attacking into it makes them know I have a trick, but I don't think they would put me on Sigrid. I also just take the counter off of it. Although, if they insta-kill Sigurd somehow, I think... okay. Any number of non-angel creatures. And I could have put them on Glorious Protector. It's hilarious that they couldn't get Bloodline Pretender or the Guardian Gladewalker, so all they could protect was their Sentry. So it is an angel. Till it leaves the battlefield. So I can just Withercrown it, because Feed the Serpent doesn't matter either. It's a flyer. I don't have a flyer. I can Withercrown it. Gold Vein pick and attack. It does let them just get rid of it for free. And they get their 2/2 back. But their 2/2 will have Summoning Sickness. So they either want to keep a 0/4 wall or they can get back their Story Seeker. So Sigurd does have First Strike. Now I can't race a lifelinker unless I also have a lifelinker. So if Sigurd has First Strike, then I equip her with the Gold Vein pick. Lots of stuff just happened. Yep. I don't have any more water. Can't drink water that doesn't exist. I've completely forgot about that one, but that's okay. No blocks. Man, he really does have a green-white Clerics deck. Alright, now I have 2 Feed the Serpents. So... and end turn. Okay. But wow, he was able to concede right as right between first strike damage and regular damage. All right, I gotta go get some water. I'm gonna put a pause as soon as I untangle myself from my own cords. Pause. Okay, I'm back. Alright, let's get going with the Withermasters. The Great Halls of the Withermasters. I still feel really bad that I said that swear in this video. Alright, let's grab this rock. Swayze! I wonder how many people have the last name Swayze. This is a keep. I didn't want to say it before I saw my hand, because you know how jinxes work. But I've been thinking about how many of these I have in the deck, and yet I think there hasn't been... I don't think in any game I've actually gotten 2 of them, even though there's 3 in the deck. Man, people love foretelling on turn 2. I don't know if that's because that's all they can do, or if that's really because of all the other stuff. So that's a packmate. So I can either Infernal Pet. I can Infernal Pet and hope to double spell next turn, and I think that's the play. I'm at 20, which is still the beginning of the game. Maybe I can double spell a Withercrown into a Rune of Sustenance. Green, black. Okay. No, I don't want to lose my Infernal Pet. Yes, deck, that is a land. Good job. So I'll be able to double spell next turn or Feed the Serpent. I do not want a Sigrid Sorrel's packmate. So there's no tricks, like it doesn't even say, it can be your own creatures, but I don't have creatures currently with ETB effects either. I could just flash it in to kill the Coma's Faithful. Yeah, I think it's just an in-turn there. Another Foretell, sure. It's only attacking with the 1. So I can flash in Sigrid and double block with Story Seeker and Sigrid, and it would only kill one of them? Well, up to 1 target. So I think I can decline. Submit 0. If he has, I don't even know. Sure. I don't know why he played that trick before. Don't know why he played that trick now. I think I just no block this. So here's a land. Here's a Withercrown. Here's a Sustenance. Just gonna all attack. You're gonna block one of them. Doesn't matter. Stuff goes into all of our libraries. Oh, cool. 2 lands. The Jarl of Forsaken's a bit too bad, but what you gonna do? Ah, blue has been unlocked for my opponent. Bind the monster, sure. What's cool about that is I still get the little stuff. So, I will now play Fursia. And no attack. Growth Troll is an excellent target. Raven Form, sure. No blocks again. You could either bound and gold it or feed it. Let's see, when Old Growth Troll dies. Yeah, when it dies. For 1 black mana, there's nothing that can save it. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Hawk adds, the Raptor adds 6, so I think I'm going to hold on to it for protection. The Chariot, sure. Okay. I'm going to feed the Serpent on the Chariot before it attacks. Can attack with the Raven. I can't play Bound and Gold and hold up, feed the Serpent, so I'm just going to put out the Raptor, even though it's an excellent double spell. I'm going to end my turn. I don't see him not being able to resist the Chariot's pull. If he does have a counterspell, then good beats. Okay, I could Bound and Gold that. He doesn't have any snowlands, though. Darn. He just had to have it, didn't he? So here's attempt number 2. This has to get killed. So if he has a second spell that saves the Chariot, he just has to get killed at the end of the day. So I can either Master Scald or Bound and Gold something. He doesn't have the Snowlands. Okay, let's see which is better. Is it Master Scald or Bound and Gold? And let's not hit end turn this time. It might be sacrificing the pet to the Great Hall. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that is lethal, and he does have to deal with that. It also gets me back My, it's not Snowland. Okay, well, that's just a good game. Yep. I wasn't considering the Great Hall on previous turns, but I had, yeah, the other turn I had to like deal with Essica's Chariot. All right. So the Withermaster combo was there. I just chose not to do it. I chose to use the Great Hall of the Withermasters. Oh, and we also got two Great Halls there. This is another keep. I think I play Great Hall turn 3 with this hand. This is Urge. Yeah, the last person. So he's black-green as well, but he's not Swayze. Okay. So there is the return for 2 mana, where it's like becomes a 4/2 and then it returns. Am I winning this race? Who's winning this race? So he did not play a land. Just gonna keep not blocking. Okay, I discard Shieldmate. And then I don't want to lose my 2/1 to a 1/1, so cool. Alright, yeah, my opponent just got stuck on 2 lands. Sucks. Alright, it's the final boss. Yeah, the whole reason I didn't block with the Best Gear Shieldmate against the Death Knoll Berserker is because I'm like, I'm really high in life, you're stuck on 2. The whatever that spell is called that gives +2/+0 and returns him is really bad for me and really good for you. I lose a creature, you gain another 2/2 essentially. And you're stuck, so the best way I can get out, not let you do anything, is if I just not block. This is a keep. Alright, the Sinkhole goes down first because it has better options than the Great Hall. And then we go into the plains with our Story Seeker. See if we can't get an early advantage in life. Harbinger, sure. So I got tapped land, so I can't really equip the gold vein pick. I can still attack for 2. They'll block. They might not block. I could foretell the Jarl. Or I could put down the Shieldmate. The Shieldmate can't really attack into the Harbinger. But I also have the pick for next turn. They have foretold something. They have foretold something again. Okay, I'm stuck on 3. So let's just get the pick out. And that'll help ramp me a little bit, since I missed a land drop. Okay, so I can't really do the whole Jarl of the Forsaken onto the Harbinger thing. So instead, I will Rune of Sustenance onto the... Wait. No, I can. Okay. Okay. So I'd rather get out Frisia before I start doing all the stuff. So the benefit of Withercrown Rune of Sustenance this turn, they haven't really used the removal, so they're very likely to have one. They only have 3 cards left. Putting the pick on the Jarl doesn't let it block the Infernal Pet any better. Because the pet, if it gets a counter, it becomes a 4/4 flyer. So, and Frisia does block the Raven. All the double spells. No blocks. Okay. And this Infernal Pet is pretty darn good. So I could either Withercrown the Raven or Bound in Gold, either the Berserker or the Infernal Pet. That's a tough choice. It's a very tough choice. If I Withercrowning the Raven doesn't seem like the best move, but it does allow me to move the pick over to the Jarl or Furja. Now the Jarl is better. Cool. Just gonna attack like this. So, what do you have in store for Furja? Okay. That's pretty good. Oh my gosh. That's insane. So this costs 4, so I can still... Okay. All right. So I can create the angel and equip it. Should allow me to block something. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd have 2 mana left over for a shield mage or an equip. I think I bound in gold this berserker. Okay. Let's see, 5 damage. I know they foretold the Raven. It's very likely to grow. Do I need it for next turn? I can sacrifice the shield mate, make the angel. 2, 3, 4. This might have been the turn where I needed to play the angel to kill and equip it. Yeah, because those grow. I think now I just have to hope that he bricks. Oh, Feed the Serpent is excellent. Yeah, I'm really hesitant to break that Great Hall because it's my second black source. And I, s- I still don't think I blocked that. I think I wait until I can kill it. Okay. So now I could get the Withercrown, but I can't play it as well, so. All right. Yeah, I was just thinking they have to do it to themselves. Oh, I left it on top. So if I attack, uh, they could pump both. Okay. So I can bound and gold one of their flyers. I think I'd rather bound and gold the Mistwalker because of the Withercrown that I can get from the Master Scald. And if I bound and gold this turn, I can uh, get life. It's another freaking Akari Raven. That's okay, because we planned for this. The Wither Masters have arrived. Oh, what the fudge is this? I don't think he's mythic, but I think he's terrible. Okay, so I can't attack with a 4/4. And then put all cards and the rest on the bottom. Okay. So I can't attack with the 4/4. Okay, just gonna hold this land. There's nothing better for it to do. All right. Oh man, that game was good. Oh, that was the last game too. Oh man, I wasn't expecting to get 7 wins with this deck, but there is variance in Magic. But it was still fun. I mean, I guess the Withermaster combo went off on the end, eh? Oh, I get a gold. Why do I get a gold card? It's a Runeforge champion. That's my first one. All right, sweet. So the Withermasters. Turns out 3 Great Halls of Starnheim. Perfection. It's perfection. Yes, having double black for Feed the Swarm and 2 Fursias meant that I couldn't crack them as early as maybe I wanted to, but at the same time, I mean, I'm not cracking them because I'm playing Feed the Swarm and Fursia. So that's really still really good. The Wither Crowns, normally filler, maybe less than filler removal, actually did really well because of the Master Scalds. Each one was able to, that last game, one Wither Crown killed 2 creatures, which was great. Um, I still don't think I would play the third, though. I don't think I ever drew Stalwart Valkyrie. She was sleeping. Don't bother her. Everything else got drawn and used. Can't believe that I got Rune of Sustenance on the Gold Vein pick, I think, twice, which is pretty good. Yeah, I think this deck really shined for the Master Scalds. I think one time they got back a Rune of Sustenance. They got back Bound in Gold, so they just had a lot of targets. And I probably would have played a third over the Axguard Braggart, but like the early draft where I think I was offered another Scald, I picked something over it because I just didn't have enough auras at the time. Like, you never really expect Bound in Gold to enter the graveyard very often. Very rarely. But I did make that huge mistake in one game twice in a row. Luckily, maybe all my mistakes got condensed into that single game. But yeah, I like this deck. This deck was fun. It helps that it won 7 times. I guess I'll just show this. Yeah, how long was this video? 2 hours, 18 minutes? That's not that bad. Resplendent Marshal. Gosh, hunting down that Svella took frickin' forever. Ugh. It was like, now it's a token of itself. Bound and Gold. Your Svella. Now it's a token. I use Master Skull to get back Bound and Gold, and Bound and Gold your Svella again. How do I get common wild cards? How does that happen? Oh well. Some mysteries are not meant to be known. Alright. Cool. That's it.